Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to another Kayla's Curls video. Today I'm going to be doing something very different than any other of my videos. Today I'll be sharing with you guys my top 10 Netflix recommendations that are definitely binge worthy. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So something you guys really don't know about me is that I am a #1 fan of Netflix. That means I love to watch movies, shows, whatever it may be, and it's on Netflix. You definitely will see me watching it. I like to watch shows and movies on Netflix. It is definitely the best time of the day to unwind at the end of the night or in the middle of the day. Whenever I have time, I'm definitely watching Netflix. So I decided that I would share with you guys my 10 top shows that I recommend that are on Netflix, and they are definitely binge worthy. So let's start off with the first one. The first one is going to be Riverdale. Now, if you already watched Riverdale, then you already know that Riverdale is a spin-off of the Archie comic books and the cartoons, but this is a more updated, more suspenseful, more thriller, more PG-13, I would say, show. So if you're definitely interested in throwback shows or cartoons that are more updated and more into, today, and if you are a huge fan of Cole Sprouse, he is definitely in there. So I will give you guys a little bit of detail. I don't want to ruin anyone's chances of finding out about the show, and then I just ruin the whole idea of it being a recommendation if I'm telling you the whole thing. It's about, of course, the friends Betty, Veronica, Jughead, and Archie, and they are all in the show. They basically, in each season, there's a different, it's almost like a crime, or something happens in the show and they have to get to the bottom of it and figure out exactly who did it and what happened. And it's more suspenseful, more PG-13, a little bit more rated than the cartoons and the comic books. So if you're interested in something like that, you should definitely check out Riverdale. So let's move on. The second one that I'm going to recommend to you guys is Girlfriends. Now, I never used to watch this show. This is actually a really, not an old show. I wouldn't say it's an old show, but it's definitely from the early 2000s. And I fell in love with that show. That show is so funny and it's definitely relatable, especially since, I'm a Black girl. So it's definitely a relatable show. A lot of crazy things happen. It's basically about 4 women who are best friends who go through the ups and downs in life together, and no matter what, they always stick by each other's side. And that is a bomb show. It is on Netflix. That is a show I never actually heard of. My mom did, and she said it was kind of cheesy, so I watched it myself and I actually really love that show. So if you're interested into that gossipy, type of, best friends, best gal friends, check out that show. That show is actually one of my favorites. I love watching that in the evening time when my kids go to bed. You'll catch me watching that show for sure. Now, mind you, if you are under the age, please do not watch, because there is some explicit words and stuff in there, because Netflix does not, filter the show, so there is swear words and all that stuff. So if you're interested in something like that, like me, you're definitely gonna love that show. So check it out if you haven't already. Number 3 is actually another cartoon spin-off. It's actually called Sabrina. A new season just dropped last week and I'm in love with that show. I've been waiting for the new season. I haven't started the new season yet because I'm actually on another show, which I'll mention last. But Sabrina is an awesome show. It's basically a spin-off of Sabrina the Teenage Witch, but it's more updated one, a little bit more detailed in every episode, and it's basically about Sabrina the Teenage Witch and her life, and all the things that she does, her family, her friends, and how she has to save her friends and family from some crazy stuff that go on. That show is amazing. I love that show. Like I said, guys, I don't want to give you guys too much details, but let's just say it's almost like Sabrina the Teenage Witch, but it's on Netflix series. And plus a new season came out, so if you want to watch that, you got to go watch it now. So number 4 is actually a show that I actually used to watch. It's kind of similar to Empire. This show is actually called Daniel Starr. I love that show. It's basically about a couple of girls who are singers who travel around to, you know, let their voice be heard so that they can be a big pop group. And it just basically takes you through the episodes of their lives, what they go through, what they had to go through to get where they are. And I'm kind of sad to say that the show kind of got a little bit cringy. One of the girls got pregnant in real life, so the show sadly stopped after a certain season. I'm not gonna tell you which one, because after that it just started kind of getting boring, and I was like, I don't really want to watch this anymore. If you watch that show Star, you guys will love it. Like, I'm gonna be honest, the first season is probably my favorite, and into the second season as well. That was actually a really great show that you guys should check out. So if you're interested in something like that, check it out, period. So my 5th recommendation to you guys is Scream. This is more of a Halloween season show. It's more of a horrific thriller comedy slash horror type movie show. It's called Scream, and it has Emma Roberts in it. I really love Emma Roberts. She's a great actress, and there are also some other actors in there. I'm not gonna say any because I want you guys to check out the show. The show is so funny. I watched the show so many times and I just can't stop watching it. Every time Halloween comes around, I'm definitely on that show, definitely watching it again, rerunning it again, because I like that show. So check out that show. It's called Scream, like I said. So guys, if I'm a little bit talking too fast about these shows, I will put down below all the shows that I'm recommending to you guys, because these shows are awesome. And take it from me, I have some shows that I really love and they're all like amazing for me, so I hope that one of you guys check it out if you can. Number 6 is Insatiable, or Insatiable. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it's called Insatiable. I'll put a picture of it right here, just as the others. Now this show has Debbie Ryan in it, and it's basically about a girl who was chunky like me and got slim and turned into a model. And it's actually a comedy, so if you're into comedies and you like stuff like that, it's like drama, you know, girls going head to head for the #1 spot, then that is definitely something for you. The show is actually really funny. I believe there's 2 or 3 seasons. I'm not sure, but I'll put it here just in case I messed up. But I hope that they come out with another season, because that show is actually a really good show. So yeah, that is my number 6 recommendation for Netflix. Number 7 is obviously everybody's favorite, 13 Reasons Why. Everybody loves this show. I don't want to give too much detail because it's kind of about a girl who basically committed suicide, and she recorded tapes about, you know, each person who had a part in, you know, bullying her. And it's basically just a bully awareness show. It's a great show. So if that's something you're interested in, check it out. And if you have, then you already know the show is juicy as okay, that's all I'm gonna say. It's juicy. Now number 8, this show is really cool. I hope the next season comes out soon. This show is actually called You. Now, a lot of you guys probably have seen the memes on Instagram and Twitter and all that jazz, or TikTok. That show is actually pretty popular right now. So if you haven't seen that show, then what are you doing? That show is really crazy. The guy who is in it is nuts. He's actually just a guy who's crazy, who falls in love with girls and stalks them and eventually kills them. So if that's something that you want to see, you gotta check it out. And if you have seen it, When is the next season coming out? Because your girl want to see it. I want to see it. So now onto the last two, are actually my two favorites on Netflix. I can literally sit down and watch these shows over and over and over and over. So number 9 is actually Dynasty. This is actually a spin-off of an older Dynasty show, but it's more modern, more in the now type of show. It's more updated now type of thing. It's actually a really cool show. It's basically about a rich family, aka the Carringtons, basically about their lives and about each person in the family and the crazies of what, you know, rich families go through. So if that's something you're interested in, check it out, guys. I definitely recommend you guys check that out. That is actually a really good show, because after you start watching probably 2 episodes, you're gonna want to keep watching more, because it's very suspenseful and it keeps you on your tippy toes wanting to see what happens next. So check that show out. And yeah, so finally I saved my favorite show for last. My favorite show ever on Netflix that I can watch over and over again is Pretty Little Liars. I love that show. I can watch that show a million times and I will never get bored of it. Just the suspense of the whole show just keeps me wanting to go back to watch more. They actually did come out with another version of the show, but it wasn't actually the same as the original. It was actually boring kind of and lame kind of, so I didn't really watch it like that. And after like the first couple episodes, I was like, never mind, forget this. It's not the same. It's definitely not the same. But Pretty Little Liars is about 4 best friends, or actually 5 best friends. I would say 5 or 4 friends, who are basically trying to figure out who murdered their friends. And in the process of trying to figure out who murdered their friend, they're also being stalked by the person who allegedly murdered their friend. So they get stalked, they get harassed, and their lives get disrupted, and so many crazy things happen in that show. I could watch that show a million times and over if I really wanted to. I'm actually watching it right now. I'm currently on season 2 of the show, so that show is one of my favorites on Netflix, and I really hope Netflix doesn't take it down, because I've heard some rumors that it's getting taken down, so I don't know. So if you are interested in that type of a thriller show, that show is my best. That's why I saved it for last, because it's my favorite and I want you guys to check it out if you haven't. That show is my favorite show ever. So yeah, Pretty Little Liars, number 1 spot in my heart. I'm on season 2 and it's crazy as hell. Anyways, guys, that means that is the number 10 recommendation on Netflix for you guys to check out. Alright guys, so that means that that last show that I recommended to you guys was the last one on the list. That was number 10, and I wanted to save it the best for last, because that was actually one of my favorite shows and I'm actually currently watching it. So yeah, and if you guys are any fans of any of these shows, let me know down below. Maybe we might have something in common, because all those shows that I mentioned I love watching, and if you couldn't tell by now, I'm into like thriller, suspense, things that just keep you like waiting for what's happening next. That's definitely shows that I'm interested in. Anyways, let me know down below if you've watched any of these shows that I've mentioned in this video, and also drop down what's your favorite show on Netflix, and let me know if you guys would like to see a top 10 recommended Netflix movies, because I actually have a couple that I would definitely love to share. And yeah, I will definitely put down below each and every show that I have mentioned in this video, just in case I may have spoke a little bit too fast. But the girl didn't want to make this a long video because, yeah. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching. Like I said, those were my top 10 favorite shows on Netflix, and I hope that I got somebody wanting to watch one of them. Anyways, guys, that is all I have for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day, night, whatever time it is, wherever you are. I hope you have a wonderful one. Don't forget to hit that red subscribe button down below, and don't forget to hit the notifications bell right beside it so that you will be notified every single time I upload to my channel. So guys, with that being said, thanks so much for watching and clicking this video. I'll see you guys in another Kayla's Curls video. Peace out. Be a warrior, not a worrier. Happy 2021. Bye, y'all.